Our second speaker tonight is Felix Medina. Felix was born and raised in Ciudad Juarez, Mexico. Arrived in Indiana in 2007. When not working, you can find him traveling around the world looking for trouble. Singing, playing his guitar, climbing, camping, or perhaps drinking a coffee in the middle of the woods. He is a believer in modern education. He continues to adore sunrises and considers himself a true student of life. He also loves documentaries, and foreign films. He's also has the luck of being raised by a father who's obsessed with Star Wars and jazz, so he knows the good stuff in life. Let's all give Felix a big, warm welcome to the Spark stage. Come on up, buddy. All right. You good?
I'm good, thank you. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. I want to thank Chris because without him, this wouldn't be possible. I came to Chris, I told him my story, and he said, "We have a story for Sparks." I said, "What Sparks?" Long story short, I'm here. I was in a moment in my life where I was pretty depressed. I was jumping from one job to the other, one home to the other. I had one idea for a business, then I had another, and I was done with that. So then I realized I need to do something. Unconsciously, I took a decision that would be a 180-degree turn in my life. And I'm saying unconsciously because I took a trip to Costa Rica for what was supposed to be a wedding trip that transformed to a 2-week trip, and then that transformed to a no quote-unquote 3-month trip. I went to Costa Rica in spring of 2014 after I crossed it's a small country, so I crossed the country a few times back and forth, and then I ended up in this beautiful place. This beautiful place is called El Brujo, which means the sorcerer in Spanish. And for a nature lover like myself, I took the decision without even thinking about it. I took a decision with my heart, and that was a decision that I wanted to stay there and live there indefinitely. So you can imagine what does that affect in your life. So, of course, we were living off the grid. It was just 2 families, and I include myself in those 2 families. And fear started to come to me, so lots of fear coming on. First, I feared that I was losing my comfort from back home in Indiana. I was losing everything I had. My finances were done, money gone. So all that I really feared losing. I realized I had a lot of fear that accumulated for the years. I also started fearing everything. I feared from all the elements of life. I feared animals. I feared insects. I feared the sound of nature. And I didn't like that, but I embraced that. So I think I'm not going well with the slides. Then the second thing I realized it was that there was a duality, darkness and light. So during the night, I had a lot of time to think because I was so energized by the day that I had a lot of moments to meditate. So I started to appreciate calm, serenity. I started to look at myself in a way that I've not looked at myself before. That allowed me to think better of problems I had back in Indiana, here. And then I realized I was becoming stronger because I was letting it in. I was accepting as part of myself. So I said, well, the night is the night because of the day, and the day is the day because of the night. So then I actually grew stronger because of that, realized that I had everybody that I needed around me, always with me, of course in energy more than the physical sense. So I really like that. And the last thing, the most beautiful thing I got from this experience was that I learned from a very compassionate act. When I arrived there at the jungle, the first thing I thought was, oh my God, this is the jungle, and I'm part of the civilization, so I know we've destroyed, burned, crushed the Mother Earth, right? So I'm expecting an insect or an animal to kill me, because there's so many things that can kill you in the jungle in seconds. So I'm like, yep, I'm gonna die, this is the end. Actually, no, that didn't happen. The most compassionate act came because no one touched me. Everybody respected the boundaries. The insects didn't sting me. I didn't have any bite from anything. Everything was perfect. So when I came back, I said, I understand why it is called Mother Earth, because the mother is the only compassionate person in the planet that can understand that act. Thank you very much for having me here.